Right, a bit of an unusual day today. We're off to Woburn Sands, which, as many of you will know, is Moonraker, and we're going to get a new radio for me. A bit of a treat, cash in that tax rebate I got, and yeah, me and Mick are going to have a nice little day out. So we bought some fun toys. Mick's obviously always got a radio in the car. He's got his, what you got there, Mick?
Icon 5100.
Okay, we got the Icon 5100, and look at this beauty. It's one I recently set up and sorted out. The old Mustang CB1000. So we're going to run that on the way, see if we can hear any good or bad buddies. Oh, somebody on there. And we're going to, yeah, we're going to drop Lewis's CBs off at the post office. So let's hit it. Drive, Mr. Driver. All right, on our way out there. And it's a lovely day, as I've said. I can't hear any good or bad buddies on. There you go, that's interference. You'll get that on CB, hell of a lot, you know. And there's the lowest radio ham in Banbury there, with his antennas, poor old boy. You couldn't live more lower down, could you really? I don't know if you got that anyway. But and he wants to run a repeater. Yeah, you see how this interference breaks the squelch? You get it all over the place. They just don't care about the 27 meg band at all, do they? Because they're not getting any license money from it. They don't give two hoots. Anyway, let's see if there's any good or bad buddies around. 1919 for a Roger. Not many good or bad old boys on the CB radio this morning. Not a lot going on the repeaters either. But anyway, yes, Moonraker. They've been around for a very, very long time. People that ham radio and CB people will have probably used the company for a long time. The owner, Chris, I think is going to be there today, and hopefully he'll let us do a bit of filming in the shop. We'll have a look around and see what he's got on display, and then we'll pick something up. So yeah, I haven't bought a new radio from a retailer in person for a very long time. Most of my stuff tends to come from Postman Pat. So yeah, we're not that far away, and I don't think we're going to have much joy on the CB or the ham radio today. So but we'll keep listening. We're getting a lot of interference, plenty of interference, yeah. And we notice when we go over lines, power lines, or particularly phone lines, we get a lot of noise there. So probably broadband and things. So yes. Anyway, all right. This is Woburn Sands. Apparently, I've not been here for a very long time. So we'll soon be departing the vehicle. There has been a bit of activity. I think that's air traffic, is it, Mick?
Yeah.
Yeah. A bit of activity and then interference on the CB, because that's all you're going to get. Moonrakers. Oh, he's got a mast up there. That's one for Lewis. Look, he likes his foam masts. There we go. Moonrakers. So, yeah, Mick didn't know how much the radio was costing I was buying. How much did you say? 200? I know. Anyway, this is Moonraker's gaff, and we're going to ask him if we can film inside. But look, you know, when you're going to be in a car park where you see 3 cars with the antennas on the roofs, you know, ham radio and CB antennas, I think only at a place like this, or maybe at a rally, eh? Anyway, let's go inside. Don't worry. Right, so this is Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hi, how are you doing?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Thanks for letting me in and filming today in your wonderful shop. It was a trade count last time I come in. You've really expanded the place. What new gear have you got in for us today, then, Chris?
Obviously, it depends on your interest. We've got loads of Comet aerials, which is a range that's relatively, it's been around for a long time, but we've just started importing it direct from the factory.
Yeah.
So we've brought in a lot of aerials that people haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And one of the most popular things amongst these is, if you look on them, a lot of them say they're ground plane independent.
Yeah.
What that means is if you've got a car, like a smart car, you just put a hatch mount on it and you don't need a ground plane.
Ooh.
Your coax will be all you need for your ground
Lovely.
plane. So they've got, I could talk to you for hours about Comet aerials, but I won't.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, they've got some really good product and it's well worth exploring.
Yeah, well, you've certainly got a lot of stock in here, and this is just on one wall. So.
Yeah. And then we got the diamond stuff, similar, you know, diamond got their niche markets.
Yeah.
And their specialised stuff.
Wow. Goodness me.
There's a real mind blower for you, that clock.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think the time is there?
I don't know.
It's actually just coming up to 10 to 5.
Ah, right, okay.
This is 24 hours all in one rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's awesome. Paddles as well.
people often criticise MFJ about their quality, but MFJ have a solution for everything. You can't buy Morse keys now. Nobody's making Morse keys, but MFJ is still knocking them out.
Yeah, yeah.
You can obviously buy things like Bugatti, but they're a specialist market. But
Yeah.
someone who just wants to try it. Antenna tuners, we've got Mats and LDG.
Yeah.
Again, we're importers for both of those. 95% of the stuff we sell now, with the exception of Yaesu, ICOM and Kenwood, if we can't import it direct, then it doesn't really get us too excited.
Yeah.
So LDG we're now buying from the factory. Matt we've always bought from the factory. And obviously the MFJ tuners, if you want a good old fashioned manual one, they do all that.
Got a good stock of used stuff here, guys. So if you're after something and I mean, is the used stuff, does any of it come with any kind of guarantee or warranty?
Yeah,
or?
it's always fully serviced, and if you look at the description, like for instance, I've just got these coming.
Yeah.
An 818 and an 891.
Yeah.
They'll be tested, cleaned, put through the workshop, and then they come out with a 12-month warranty.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good to
the
know.
The 8900 that's just come in, that's not going for sale. We've got a 10-metre wires X gateway going on,
Yeah.
and we're going to use it for that. So
Right, fair enough.
Things like this isn't the FT. The X10 is a new radio, and this is our demonstrator, and we'll be selling that one and putting another new one out in its place.
Lovely.
We just change them over every few months.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so these are the Chinese radios we do, as well as doing things like the Baofengs, etc. We do these ones here, which are Senhao 86 and 8800. The batteries on them charge off of a 5-volt USB
That's
socket.
useful, isn't it?
So it's just got the USB socket on
Yeah.
the back. And the orange one, you can program that with an iPhone or an Android phone. It's just a free app that you download, and you read the radio, put in the channels you want, and write it back. And then any tone has become the industry standard, really, for DMR.
Yeah.
There are lots of other DMR radios out there, but nothing gives you the value for money.
Yeah.
And new firmware is a real commitment to developing it.
Yeah.
Then we've got things like this here, this little fellow. If you've got 70 SEMS handheld, like the Baofeng 888, for instance,
Yeah.
and you're using it on 446, you can put that in, and that gives you 25 watts out.
Oh, wow.
But it also gives you a loudspeaker and a decent microphone.
Oh, that's useful.
Yeah.
Get off. Okay.
We've got TTI CBs, we've got the Moonraker CBs. TTI do a handheld that looks like a 2-metre handheld.
Yeah.
And they do two versions, one with a battery and one with a battery eliminator.
Yeah.
And they're superb, and they're about 100 quid.
Okay.
And as I said, the Joe Picks I just showed you, is 125.
Yeah, that's really reasonable.
Yeah.
Take one of these President Randy's then.
Have you bought from us before?
I have done, yeah.
Good. That makes life easier.
E5s, are they?
Or it's flowing off the ship. Yeah, it's just because it's a new radio.
Yeah.
Always, everything new sells. The other radio that's flying at the moment is the FTM 300.
Oh, yeah, Micway. That's what you just bought, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some dodgy geezer. There we go. I'll stick it on the counter.
See, coming in with Mick is like having a passport, you know.
I'll finish on this video. Thanks ever so much for this, Chris. Much appreciated.
No problem.
And that's okay. Thank you very much. I tell you what, I mean, this wasn't supposed to be an advert for Moonraker, but what a great company. Fantastic. So I'm going to give them a bit of a plug. Yeah, come up and see Chris if you're in the area. You've seen the selection of stuff that they've got. And you know, when you get good customer service, I think that's always worth a mention. So big thanks to Chris for your time today. We was in there probably a lot longer than I thought we were going to be. So we better get back to the pub and have something to eat. We'll catch you later. That's what you want on your dashboard, boys. Look, don't mind me none of this ham radio stuff. Get a shiny chrome CB on your dashboard. Look at that. This is a big of beauty, sir. They probably wouldn't like me filming past the gatehouse, will they? Should we do it? I'm going to film past the gatehouse. This is RAF Croughton. It's a base I wonder if they're going to like me filming when they're not going to see, are they? But we're always filming. Everyone's got a dash cam, haven't they? Well, that's RAF Croughton there. And I tell you what, they'll be listening into my transmissions. You know, we're not that far from base now, you see. What was that? So yeah, be careful what you say, mate. They'll have us. It's time to have something to eat.
Mask in here?
No breakers, no takers, unfortunately.
No.
No.